Hey y'all, welcome back
Hey,
to Podcast Jeevan.
it's been a minute since we last recorded an episode. Maybe like 2, 3 weeks.
I know, but
Yeah.
yeah, we
Today's
back though.
topic is actually pretty important. We're gonna be talking about how to fix your sleep schedule before school.
Yeah,
And the main thing about that, we're gonna be talking about how to fix your circadian rhythm more specifically, and how that really affects your hormones, and yeah, your sleep schedule in general.
yeah, like I know a lot of y'all be sleeping at some cut times, some doing some cut things at night. So yeah, no, we're just trying to like choose topics that we feel like that are useful to like people our age or even people older or younger than us. It's just like real things that everybody that has a problem with, right? So we
Yeah.
just felt like sleep
Like
rhythm would be perfect.
we had this problem too. Like we were up
Yeah.
staying playing box fights at like 2 in the morning. Like it wasn't good. It wasn't
Cooked,
good at all.
cooked. Now
And
we
then
were
I'll
cooked,
wake
bro.
up the next morning just like completely tired and like sluggish the whole day.
That's not good. That's not good. No, people like y'all might think that fixing your sleep is just gonna help you be less tired, but that's not the case. It also has a lot of a lot of other um a lot of other benefits. Like it balances your hormones, and not only that, but if you notice on the on school nights, maybe you should try this. But if you go to sleep a little bit early, next morning throughout the whole day you tend to be more focused,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
your energy levels just seem to be consistent. Because if you notice, if you go to sleep dark or if you go to sleep later, you might have a peak, but then it's just gonna crash. You're not gonna be consistent the whole day.
And also, the earlier you fix your sleep schedule, the better it's gonna be for you in the long term.
Like yeah, the
Cause
time
like
we're
trying to
recording
fix
this,
it
it
like
is
last second before school is just not gonna be a
like
fun
yeah, when
time.
we're recording this is like what July 20
24th.
is this is 24th
So we
when we're
got like
recording this.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks until
Still
school
some more
starts.
than enough time.
So yeah, if you were about to fix your sleep schedule or you were thinking of fixing your sleep schedule, if I were you, I'd start now. Cause right now is a good time to be starting it, right? And yeah, that's it's like the gist of what we're gonna be talking about
Yeah.
today. So
But first, if you do not know what a circadian rhythm is, like your circadian rhythm is your body's internal clock. Like it runs off like just the sunlight and nighttime, and it's on a 24-hour cycle. It helps control like your sleep, your hormone release. It helps you focus more and your digestion and as well as your immune function too. It helps you from getting sick too. So whenever you're staying up like late or sleeping in more, you're like messing up that circadian rhythm.
yeah, yeah, and like how he said, it's actually been seen that the more messed up your circadian rhythm is, the more susceptible you are to like sicknesses. Cause like if your immune system, um, like the effectiveness of your immune system goes down as well with that, and overall, just getting the circadian rhythm, your internal clock, like in fix, like if you just fix it up, you will see significant benefits to everything. You know?
You'll just be more energized throughout the day.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a morning where you woke up and you were like just completely energized in the morning? That's what's gonna happen every time whenever your circadian rhythm is fixed. Like you're gonna actually feel like awake in the morning and not super like sluggish and tired.
Yeah, like ready for the day essentially, you know? Ready for the day. Like uh just a personal little anecdote here. When I think it was ninth grade, 10th grade, I started caring about my sleep more because I started realizing how important it is to my body. But in ninth grade, I didn't care at all. I'd go to sleep at like 12, you know, just sitting there doing like, I'd finish my homework by 10 or like 11, realistically. And I could have just went to sleep, but I didn't want to, so I just sit there doing nothing. Like if it was doing something important, sure, but I was just doing nothing because I didn't want to go to
That's
bed.
like a big thing a lot of people like struggle with. They just sit there and not do nothing.
Yeah, and I'd go to sleep at like 12, and I had to wake up at 7 because the bus usually leaves at 8. So I had to wake up at 7 to eat breakfast, take a shower, get ready. And I was just out of it, bro. Like, the day was cooked. I would be like so sleepy during all my classes. I'd barely be able to focus. It was just hard for me overall, like in ninth grade. I was like just sleeping whenever I wanted. But that's before I knew about all this stuff and how important sleep was to your daily life.
Even some days in sophomore year where I would just be like up late taking notes or studying for a test, I would come the next day and then bit my like maybe fourth or like seventh period, I would just like crash in the middle of class. Like I was like so
No,
sleepy. There's so
it,
many
it
times
was
I've
bad.
almost fell asleep in some classes.
No, it's actually really bad. Like, y'all might not realize it now, but you know, if you if you genuinely just like maybe try it for a week, if you like, you genuinely will see benefits to sleeping more. It's like really important, especially now that like school's about to come up. It's like, you know, it's like people usually put sleep as like a set like third or fifth priority, but I think it's about time that y'all like start bringing it up your priority
Taking it
list.
more seriously.
Yeah,
It
because
should be
sleep is
like
actually
maybe
really
one or
important.
two
And like
also.
y'all might not think it's that important because this is probably not your first time hearing someone talk about how important it is. We know for a fact, other people have been talking about this to you, but it actually is really important, and we've seen it in our personal lives.
Okay, but another thing to add on to Joel is that it also helps like with your hormones. Like for example, with men, it can help with your testosterone and help increase it, which is yeah, obviously it's better for you. And also for women, it could help balance out your estrogen levels too, which is
Right?
yeah, good for that too.
Yeah,
Also, it
yeah,
can help with melatonin because the more melatonin you have, better you're gonna be sleeping.
yeah, yeah. And not only that, but if you notice that the less sleep you get, the more, you know, the more stress and like anxiety you tend to have.
And
Like,
when that stress builds up, it helps build up cortisol, which is obviously
hmm
not a good thing.
yeah, and
That
cortisol
helps.
actually,
Cortisol actually helps with facial bloating and just bloating in the abdomen area too. Also, you're just gonna be more like prone to sicknesses too. You're just gonna be sick
yeah,
more.
like we mentioned before, if you don't sleep enough, you're just gonna be a cooked person, like cooked all around. Like, there's like, that's just like, that's just like, that's just like the
That
underlying
you
message.
need
That's
sleep
what's gonna
to.
happen. And especially to the testosterone stuff, yeah, you're gonna see if you're like a gym goer, if you be going to the gym or like trying to build on some muscle, you will see that you significantly, because testosterone also helps with muscle building. So you would see that with more sleep, it's easier. Probably probably have more productive gym sessions, because there are times you don't get enough sleep, and half the time you're just there on your phone between sets. But with more sleep, more testosterone, your gym sessions will also start to, look better.
Along like to add on with that, like you need sleep when if you're an avid gym goer, you need your muscles to have rest. Like they can't just be always working out. Otherwise, they'll never get the proper like rest they need to actually start growing.
Right. Yeah. Like all right, going to the gym every day is good, right? I mean, it's good. Like, yeah, it's obviously good for you, right? And if your main goal is to build muscle, and you just think, not sleeping, but just like eating a bunch of protein, drinking a bunch of protein shakes, and going to the gym is enough, it's not. Because your muscle also needs to relax. Because how you build muscle is like you build muscle and they constantly tear, right? And then
You
when they
need to get to
constantly tear,
hypertrophy.
when they rebuild, that's how they get bigger. But if they don't have enough like energy to rebuild by you sleeping, then you're not gonna see any progress in the gym. So if you don't want to sleep because any of the other reasons, let this be a reason that you actually do go to bed. Right?
Along with this, it's like obviously it's gonna be helpful for school. Like you're gonna have sharper
Yeah,
focus and memory too, because you're gonna have better REM with fixing your circadian rhythm and have better deep sleep cycles too.
right. Yeah, like we were like basically like repeating what we said earlier, but um, school's about to start. If you've been thinking about trying to fix your sleep, it's now. Okay, like it should be around now, because it's your circadian rhythm takes a little bit of time to actually like
Build
get
up
used
and
to
get
it,
like used
because
to it. Your
one
body
night
needs to
is
get
not
used.
gonna 1 to 3 nights is not gonna be enough to actually fix your circadian rhythm. It takes maybe a week of consistently going to sleep early and waking up, you know, early to just fix it, so it gets used to it. So
Yeah,
gets used to it, so you're not
yeah.
cooked in the first day of school.
To add on to that, whenever you're sleeping like super late, like for example, say like you slept at like 2 a.m. and then woke up at like 12, like your body will genuinely think you were in a different time zone from how like late you were sleeping.
Yeah.
So it will take time to actually like fix that and fix that your circadian rhythm.
Yeah. And like we were talking about earlier, I just want to touch upon it again, but we were talking about testosterone. It's actually shown that, 90% of a man's testosterone is made in deep sleep, right? And if you can't get that deep sleep every night, you're not going to be making as much testosterone as you can, right? And poor sleep equals lower testosterone. And lower testosterone means low energy, your strength is going down and you're probably going to be in a bad mood too. Like if you notice, sleep also affects your mood a lot. If you get good
That
sleep,
is very true.
you wake up, you're going to be a happy dude, right? You're going to want to go through the whole day, be
You're just gonna
productive, go to
wanna be,
school.
yeah, you're just gonna want a productive day.
Yeah, but if you sleep bad, you just want to sit in your bed all day and do nothing. Like just have a lazy day. And just to put into perspective, every 1 week of bad sleep that you'll have, it could drop your testosterone around 10 to 15%. Just keep that in mind,
Yeah.
right?
And also with women, the circadian rhythm is really tied to your melatonin and with estrogen too. And with poor sleep, it can. Okay, bro, we're gonna have to cut. What is a PMS, bro?
I don't know.
Can you search that up?
It's a premenstrual syndrome. It's a group of symptoms that occur in women, typically between ovulation and a period.
I'm just gonna say PMS, bro. Okay, we're gonna restart now.
Okay.
Okay, and as we were talking with testosterone, with women, it's all about like the estrogen, and fixing your circadian rhythm can really help balance out that estrogen. So what poor sleep really does is that it worsens PMS. You can have irregular cycles and also mood dips with that too. So yeah, and then also with once you fix a circadian rhythm and have good sleep, it can help regulate your FS what what is that
It's probably something to do with the follicle stimulating hormones.
FSH helps with sperm production in males, but with women it's reproduction.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to restart this again, bro.
I just restart from the a PMS thing, or like the woman's.
No, I'm just gonna start the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, and like Joel was saying, with testosterone in men, with women it's it's their estrogen. So whenever you fix your circadian rhythm, you're gonna be helping to balance out that estrogen, and also it's tied to melatonin too. So what poor sleep does is that it worsens your PMS. It actually creates irregular cycles and also helps with mood dips too. But once you fix your circadian rhythm and have like good sleep habits and just good sleep in general, it can help regulate FSH for better hormonal flow too.
Right, and y'all might think that hormones are random and they come with age, which is true. Like when you're older, they do start to, show more. But one thing is, hormones aren't like completely random. They follow your sleep pattern. So it's just one thing that y'all should keep in mind. And I know all of y'all be drinking that coffee, right? I know all of y'all interested in your coffee and you be drinking a bunch, right? But, drinking coffee is fine. But there are certain times that you probably shouldn't drink coffee because it contains a lot of caffeine. But caffeine's half life, which is 5 to 8 hours, which means if you drink a coffee at 2 or 3, it could still be like in your system affecting your brain by 9 to 11, right?
Yep, that's true.
And caffeine is actually known to block adenosine.
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 Okay, we'll just cut it out. Just restart.
Gosh, bro, we're actually airballing this time. All right, yeah. On that note, the moment that y'all been waiting for.
Yeah, we're gonna actually explain how to fix your sleep schedule in like about 5 to 7 days, realistically, if you actually stay on track.
A realistic 7-step reset plan, right? Okay. So, we want you to do this in little increments, right? You don't have to make a big jump one day. And we want you to do little increments so your body gets used to it, right? So let's say you um go to sleep at like 12, right? Start shifting that back by 30 to 45 minutes, right? So let's say you go to sleep at 12, go to sleep at 11:30 maybe one day. And the next day maybe go to sleep at 11:30 again. But then the day after that go to sleep at 11. You like, slowly trying to get that and get your wake up time just the same as that. So if you woke up at 12, or no, you sleep at 12 and then wake up at like what, 9? Maybe sleep at 11:30 and wake up at 8:30,
Yeah,
like that.
like we actually implemented this, like, and it helped a lot after about like a week and a
Mhm.
half, realistically for me, for that to actually like start working. And it
Mhm.
really does start working whenever you start shifting it back slowly.
Like if
Also
you
with
just
that,
make a big jump one day, you're not going to see any benefits for it. It has to be slowly.
also you need to set a fixed wake up time. For example, since like school is happening, you might want to set it at like 7:30, maybe 7, like for some people who need to wake up early, but just consistently wake up at that time and your body will slowly get used to it and it will automatically wake up. Like now, I start automatically waking up at even like sometimes 6:30 and just like, yeah, it's really early now. And also, don't sleep in late. That's just gonna mess it up even more and mess your
Mhm.
circadian rhythm up more.
Like personally, I've seen myself, like on even on the weekends when I get to sleep in, we had school, I just see myself waking up at like 7:30 or 8, which is usually when I wake up for school. Like no alarm, I just wake up then by myself, right? And the third step that I recommend is,
This is probably the one of the more
most
important
important.
steps too.
You need to get sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. So what I like to do is I always keep my sunshades up in my room. So when it's night, it's dark, right? But slowly, when the sun is rising, your body responds to those signals, like those exterior signals from the sunlight. So I wake up and the first thing I basically see is the sun, right? Because my sunshades are up and I can see outside my room, right? This is really important in making your circadian rhythm like back to normal, because your
Also,
body
to add on
responds to
to
these.
this, what I do is that I would probably just go outside and actually like get the full on just sun. Like I would probably just brush my teeth and just go outside for a little bit and actually get the sun. Also to add on to that, you can also do this midday too. What you want to do, you want to go in the morning, right? You also want to go in the middle of the day too and get some sunlight. And then on top of that, right before sunset, you want to go outside and get the final moments of sun. And this is where after when sunset happens, this is where you want to avoid like screen time or any blue light. So what I
Yeah.
would suggest doing is putting on like red light filters on like your screens. Like for example, like on desktop, you can download this one website called Flux, and that's what I personally use. And what it does is that whenever it's sunset, it automatically starts like shifting towards that red light filter. And on your phone, I know there's a way to do it in your settings, but there's a way to like whenever you click your power button 3 times, it will turn on like a red light filter on your screen. So that will help eliminate that blue light too.
Yeah. And one thing is just like, unless you did do what Aiden does and put the red light stuff on, just avoid your screen before bed.
Also,
Like,
you could just invest in some blue light glasses if you really
yeah.
wanted to instead of doing all that.
If you had homework to do at like night and stuff, that's understandable if you have homework to do before bed. But if you're doing it, put on like a filter or like some glasses or something, right? Because that really helps your sleep, I've noticed. And the fifth thing that we have to say is just don't drink any caffeine after 2. Y'all might be thinking 2, that's a little bit early, don't you think? But the half life of caffeine is actually 5 to 8 hours, right? So if you drink a coffee at 2, it still will be in your system and will affect your brain at 9 to 11, right? When people usually go to sleep. Try to avoid like caffeine in the morning, that's fine, but like in the evening times, just try to avoid it.
Also, to add on to that, I think we've talked about having like set routines earlier, but just having the same set routine at nighttime can really help your body just adjust to it even quicker as well. Because your body will like automatically know, oh yeah, now it's time to go brush my teeth. Now it's time to go fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
and slowly your brain will just get tired too.
Yeah, like personally, what I be doing is before bed, I brush my teeth, I floss, and then I do like all my face things, and then yeah, and then after that I just go to bed. That's been my nighttime routine for a while now.
Yeah, no, mine is pretty much the same routine. Yeah, I go and like brush my teeth, I do like my skincare, and then I go to sleep too.
Like yeah, that's just consistency is basically a lot of consistency is a big part of
It's like the main theme of this episode. You need to be consistent with what you're doing here to actually fix it.
especially with your skating. Like with your rhythm, it's just all about it's a rhythm, right? You have to be consistent with it so that your body gets used to it quicker, right?
And also with going to sleep, you need to obviously you need to make your room dark, so no night lights or whatever. And then also you need to make your room cold. So I would recommend putting it at like maybe like 65 to 68 Fahrenheit, just somewhere in that range. For like that really helps with your muscle growth too. That cold like dark room, it'll help you sleep more.
And just make sure you don't have any distractions in there that you can just stare at all night. Just make it, I know it's hard for y'all with like some people with like posters and stuff in your room, but like I don't know what to do with those. But because my room, there's literally nothing there. It's just my bed and like my clothes in there. That's literally it. Like if I look anywhere, it's just absolutely nothing. So I could sleep better, you know.
I
'Cause
mean,
you have
just
nothing to
don't
look
have
at at
any
night.
like bright distraction. That's just the main
Yeah,
thing. Your room's gonna be
yeah, yeah,
dark
yeah,
anyways, but just don't have anything that's
yeah.
creating light. Or even XX sound like like a clock, like that could maybe mess you up too.
Yeah, like yeah. And if y'all like listening to white noise when you're going to sleep, just put that on. Might help y'all. I don't know.
Okay, but now we're gonna talk about common mistakes that a lot of people have. So
Mhm.
obviously, number one mistake I would say most people have right now is probably just doom scrolling on like TikTok
Uh,
before sleep. That's like the main thing
it's horrible,
everybody
y'all.
has.
Horrible. And we've all done it too. Like I
What
know
like
all of y'all
scrolling
watching have
does
done
is
it.
that it helps like create more dopamine for you. So what that's ultimately doing is making you more energized.
But yeah, that means your melatonin won't kick in, and that means you
You're
won't
just,
go
you're
to
just not
sleep.
gonna fall asleep. You're just gonna be
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
sitting in bed.
It's actually the worst thing y'all could do before going to bed. And I know it's hard for some of y'all to like get out of this habit, but you're gonna have to eventually do it if you're gonna get your sleep in check. Like
Also,
you,
like please stop drinking energy drinks and also yeah, caffeine at like 2 p.m. This is like you've probably crashed out after like drinking one of these, and that's just not good for you. It's better to slowly wind down instead of just like needing to fall asleep at one like set moment.
like I don't. For example, sometimes when I'm like, I don't know, doing something at night or watching TV at night, and then I just like just fall asleep like right there. That's not good
Yeah,
at all.
that's not a good.
You have to like do your routine, and then you have to like slowly wind down like into it. You have to go into it. And sometimes I know it's hard for y'all because it is hard for me at times because like I just don't fall asleep. I don't fall asleep easily. Like it might, if I'm just laying there, it might take me at least 10 to 15 minutes to actually fall asleep. But even though that's probably not comfortable for y'all need to start doing it to get your rhythm in check, right?
So, whenever like just because it's the weekend doesn't mean you get to like just mess up your sleep schedule and like actually sleep in. Like keep
Yeah,
waking up at that set time.
yeah,
Otherwise, you're gonna have like weekend like sleep like jet lag, and it's just gonna
yeah.
throw off your circadian rhythm even more. Just keep you
It's
need to keep the
important
set
about
routine every day.
so like okay, that's a little bit like I know that's a little bit overstretching for y'all, considering that the weekend is the only time y'all get to rest. But if you've been going to sleep at 11 and waking
Waking
up
up
at
around like
7
7:30.
for school, I could probably see it being fine if you just sleep at 12 and waking up at 8. That's perfectly fine. That won't throw your circadian rhythm off that much. But I'm talking about like going to sleep at 3 and waking up at 12. That's the type of things that will like absolutely throw it off. That's
No,
the
but
type of
like
thing you can't be
when you
doing.
have a fixed circadian rhythm and you sleep that late, your body's probably gonna like automatically wake you up around like 7:30. So you're gonna end up
Exactly.
with like 4 hours of sleep, which is just
Sleep
gonna throw you
exactly.
off for the whole day.
Yeah.
Because that's happened with me personally. I was like, because I was waking up early. One day I slept in really late, and then I woke up at like 6 in the morning.
Exactly. It's not good, yo. It's not good at all.
And also, don't slack off on like this routine. Like some people think they can catch up on sleep by just sleeping in extra hours the next day. Like that's just not how it works. You need to get a
Mm-hmm.
set amount of sleep every day to really like help with your routine.
And also, what we think another common mistake is try to avoid like little gummies or like sleeping things like um uh bro, what are those
What,
pills
the
called?
melatonin gummies or whatever
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are?
yeah, like those type of like gummies and stuff. Like the stuff that makes you fall asleep. I'd recommend.
I think I've seen those on True Height or whatever it is. Those like those
Oh
gummy
yeah,
bears that make you taller. I think they
yeah,
sell like melatonin ones too.
yeah. Just avoid those type of things. To be honest, it doesn't. It might help you sleep better, but in the long run, it will just be bad for your
You're just
overall
gonna be way
health.
too dependent on the melatonin. Like you literally
Exactly,
cannot sleep without the melatonin pills. So
and that's not good at all. It's the
unless you
opposite,
have like a
actually.
condition where it's like necessary, then you shouldn't just be taking it normally.
Yeah, that's not good at all. And you just have to stay motivated throughout this whole thing, because it's not hard to fix your sleep. It's not something you can do
It's not
without.
an impossible task. It's
It's not
definitely like
impossible.
a
You just
doable
have
thing.
to be motivated the whole time. You just gotta. You need to want it. Like you need to have a drive to,
What I
like,
would
get
recommend
this.
is to like set yourself to do something in the morning so that way like whenever you
Right.
wake up early, it's not gonna feel like you just woke up and you have nothing to do. Like for example, you could maybe go to the gym or like
Exactly.
catch up on homework, read a book,
Exactly.
or just do something in the morning.
No, yeah. If you want to go for a walk or something, like, oh, maybe like, get one of your friends and be like, yo, let's go for a walk tomorrow at like 7, or like a run. I don't know,
Or yeah, if you
something.
have pets too,
Go
walk your
for
dog.
yeah,
Like
go for a walk with your dog or your
yeah.
cat if you walk your cat. I don't know.
Also, whenever you're walking your dog, you're also getting that extra sunlight that you needed in the morning. So
Exactly. So yeah, like maybe do something in the morning or have a plan to do something in the morning so you actually want to wake up, and then you can be successful with that. And essentially, y'all, that's the episode right there. We gave y'all a deep dive on why y'all should get more sleep. And the reason why it's important to get more sleep. And overall, we talked about how it affects your hormones, your mental health, your memory, and your energy. We talked about all that stuff. We gave y'all, a 7-step plan that it's really easy to follow. Really, we
it's
didn't give
not
y'all an
really that
impossible
bad. The only
task.
one I would see that's maybe kind of hard for some people is the caffeine. I feel like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like if
that could
you're
be a harder one.
into that, that's why it says you need motivation.
Also, if you're sleeping past like 3 or 4 a.m., you're low-key cooked. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to actually fix that.
But if you do fix it, you will see like significant benefits, especially since school is starting, like we've said. And it's just like, even though you'll like see yourself not getting the best sleep because you're going to sleep early and you're not used to it, and you wake up early and you're not getting good quality sleep, just be consistent with it, and eventually they will get good. Like, for example, actually I have the perfect example for this. In the beginning of the summer, so in June, I had volunteering, and I'd volunteer at the hospital, and I had to wake up at 7 sharp and go to sleep at like 10, right? If I wanted to get enough sleep. And I noticed that my quality of sleep was horrible. I'd wake up constantly in the middle of the night, and I just wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. And that's because before this, like in like the previous week of summer, I would go to sleep at like 12 and like wake up at like 10, right? And it was really hard for me to really shift. But after maybe a week or two of doing this, I started getting my sleep quality started getting better. So in the beginning, the sleep quality might be bad for y'all, but don't let this discourage you. All right? Cuz ultimately at the end you will get like the best reward out of them
Yeah.
all, right? But yeah,
And
no.
just really take a week or two to really like embrace the set routine
Yeah.
and just prioritize consistently. Don't be like you don't need to be a perfectionist. Yeah, not everything has to be perfect. Like
Yeah.
it's obviously gonna take some time.
And just
And if
make
you
sure you
have
have
some
a
like
routine,
bad set habits, just try to get that out of the way
like
first.
doom scrolling like we said,
Yeah.
or maybe
That could be
drinking
a hard one too for some people.
maybe drinking like coffee before you go to sleep. I don't know. Something like that. And like, yeah, overall, just stay consistent with it and you'll see growth soon. But yeah, no, that's essentially the episode, y'all. Thank y'all for listening in. Another podcast, Jeevan Banger. That's what we
But
do.
we got some
Oh
good
yeah.
episodes cooked up for later.
Don't
So
worry, y'all. We got some cooking in the bag. So next few episodes, or maybe I don't know, possibly even next episode might be a banger. Y'all just stay ready. Y'all just stay ready for that. All right. Anyways, y'all, we'll catch y'all later.
Yeah,
Catch you on the
catch you
next
later.
episode. Stay grounded, stay growing.